Nobody can save you but yourself, and you are worth saving. It's a war, not easily won, but if anything is worth winning, then this is it. This is well said by Charles Bukowski. Hello everyone, myself Savi Garg. I am project head of We Heal, a mental health initiative taken by National Service Scheme Sri Aurobindo College. Our NSS team has been continuously making efforts to stabilize the mental health conditions in this pandemic, like Fit India Week, yoga sessions, and others. From a long period of time, mental health is taken as the status of disaster. People facing such issues are treated as mentally disabled. Well, you will be amazed to know that every second person in today's urban India is facing such issues. Depression, overthinking, excessive anger, confusing thoughts, everything is part of it. The life is a journey. We can either enjoy it or spoil it. We can't achieve happiness without calmness. Now, let's see what my team members have to say about it.
I'm going to introduce you about mental health. Mental health is a state of well-being in which an individual realizes his or her abilities, can cope up with normal stress of life, can work productively, and can make a contribution to his or her society. The WHO stressed that mental health is more than just the absence of mental disorders and disabilities. Mentally healthy people have a positive self-image and can relate successfully to others. Most of the time, they can handle everyday challenges positively.
So, why is that? Especially among the youth, there is a rise in mental illnesses. First, competition. We, the youth, are always in the state of competition कि मुझे उससे बेहतर होना ही है, वो मुझसे आगे कैसे चला गया, and this is torturing our mental health so badly. Second, our education system. It's very demanding and it only focuses on the learning part, the learning capability of a students. So we are just trying to manufacture cogs for this machine that we have built, and we just need to manufacture these products, and we are not looking at the well-being of an individual being. That is very much harming the mental health, especially among the youth.
Hello everyone, I am Pooja Rawat here in front of you telling you the ways to heal with mental illness. Living with mental illness, it's not easy thing. It is a consistent problem without a proper solution. But treatment like medication and psychotherapy are incredibly useful. But sometimes people experiencing medical illness have to do more day in, day out just to be normal. So there are some things I am telling you to cope up with mental illness. First, talking about your feelings can really help you in mental illness. Second, regular exercising can help you to boost your self-esteem and help us you to concentrate, eat and study well. Third, eat well. Your brain needs a lot of mixture of nutrients just to stay normal and function well. Fourth, take a break. A change of space or a change of scene can really help you in mental illness. Fifth, do something you are good at. Enjoying yourself can help you to beat stress. At last, I want to say that talk to your friends and take care of them, because friends can help each other in every way. So thank you everyone and take care of yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Nisha. Today I am going to talk about that how can we heal our mental health. So first is value yourself. That is important. It means treat yourself with kindness and respect, and you should avoid self-criticism. Make time for your hobbies and favorite objects. Second is take care of your body. Like if you are taking care of your body, so it can physically improve your mental health, like taking nutrition diets, doing exercise, get enough sleep, and drink plenty of water.
Hello everyone, my name is Dipali Mangla. My topic is impact of lockdown on mental health. So it has impacted a lot to children and the middle-aged persons. Children are impacted as they have to take the online classes and they have to upload their test and the assignments online. If they are not able to do so, they take tension or they have a stress. Secondly, they have to suffer from the problems like headache and the eyesight. So this has a very bad impact on their mental health. Second impact of lockdown is on the middle-aged persons. This impacted the middle-aged person as they were not able to go outside. So they have a tension or stress. How they will manage for the basic necessities? How will they earn a standard of living for themselves or their family? So they also have a tension. What will happen? Will this lockdown be open or not? Or when this will be open? Thank you.
Hello to everyone. Myself Karima Jain from BSc Physical Science. Impact of lockdown on mental health. COVID-19 pandemic and lockdown has brought about a sense of fear and anxiety around the globe. This phenomenon has led to short-term as well as long-term psychosocial and mental health implications for children and adolescents. The quality and magnitude of impact on minors is determined by many factors like developmental age, educational status, pre-existing mental health condition, being economically unprivileged or being quarantined due to infection or fear of infection. The unequal impacts of the pandemic may lead to a widening of pre-existing health inequalities as well as affecting people who have not previously experienced poor mental health. So here are some pictures which show data according to the survey that was done by the doctor during the lockdown.
Hello friends, my name is Ashwin from NSS Sri Aurobindo College. Today I am going to talk about a severe problem that everybody faces in their day-to-day lives, that is mental illness. Statistically speaking, 43.8 million adults experiencing mental illness every year. That is a high prevalence for mental illness. So why we are so afraid to talk about? We talk about International Men's Day, International Women's Day, etc. We do all the things to forget or avoid our mental health. Suicides, PTSDs, depressions, all are constantly increasing due to mental illness. All of this happens and we are not enough courageous to talk about our mental illness because we are afraid to share it with our friends and families, as we are afraid of how they will judge us or what they will think about me. When that judgment escalates to discrimination, it leads to stigma. Stigma is a mark of disgrace as a result of stereotypes and misunderstandings. In our societies, mental illness is stigmatized more than any other illness or conditions. We can see many examples in our daily lives, but we don't realize what stigma looks like. It looks like us. If we are not encouraging someone, we should make sure that we don't discourage them too. It leads to severe mental illness. So it is requested to all to be encouraging, or if you are not encouraging someone, least we can do is not discouraging them. Thank you. That's all from my side. See you guys.
Tips that will help you to create a healthy body and mind. Just taking care of your mind isn't the best way to improve your mental health. So here are some ways to improve your mental health and physical health. Number 1. Exercise regularly. This will help in reducing depression and anxiety. Number 2. Eat a healthy diet. This will helpful for increasing brain function. Number 3. Maintain a normal sleep schedule. Minimum 6 hours and maximum 8 hours are enough.
Living with mental illness is not easy. It is a consistent problem without a clear solution. So we have a great technique that helps you to deal with it. The technique is deep breathing. It is the best way to calm your anxiety. apply the concept of 5, 3, 7. The concept is breathe in for 5 seconds, hold the breath for 3 seconds, and breathe out for 7 seconds. This gentle repetition sends a message to your brain that everything is okay.
नमस्कार, मैं हूं रंजित राणा और मैं आज आपको एक ऐसी बात से रूबरू कराने जा रहा हूं जहां पर लोग अकेला रहना पसंद करते हैं और यही अकेलापन के कारण वो मानसिक तनाव के शिकार हो जाते हैं और जहां पर वो अपने आप को खो बैठते हैं। ये मानसिक तनाव केवल हमारे सिटी या हमारे सोसाइटी में नहीं, पूरे विश्व में ये है। केवल भारत में ही हर 40 सेकंड के बाद हर एक शख्स लेता है अपनी जान। अमेरिका में हर 12 मिनट के बाद हर एक शख्स करता है आत्महत्या। क्या जान इतनी सस्ती है? आखिर ये करते क्यों हैं? ज्यादातर केसों में देखा गया कि जब लोग किसी के साथ रिलेशनशिप में रहने के बाद वो धोखा खाते हैं या फिर बिजनेस में उनके साथ विश्वासघात हुआ हो या चाहे कुछ भी हुआ हो, जिसके कारण से वो अकेला अपने आप को कर देते हैं और अकेला रहना पसंद करने लगते हैं। लेकिन उनको ये नहीं पता ये अकेलापन आगे चलकर कितना बड़ा नुकसान पहुंचाने वाला है, उन्हें बर्बादी की तरफ धकेल देता है। लोग अकेला रहने के कारण अपने आप को मानसिक तनाव में जान दे बैठते हैं। इससे अगर आप मानसिक तनाव के शिकार हो रहे हैं या फिर आप अकेला रह रहे हैं तो सबसे पहली बात तो आप इस दौरान आप अकेला रहना बंद कर दीजिए। दूसरी बात, अगर आप रिलेशनशिप में धोखा खाएं तो उन सारे चीजों को या उन सब बातों को या ऐसे सॉन्ग मत सुनिए जिसके कारण से आपको दुख पहुंचे, आपको और हार्ट फील हुए। उन ऐसी बातों को एकदम मत कीजिए या ऐसे कोई काम मत कीजिए जिसके कारण से आपको वो बातें आए। फैमिली के साथ रहिए, फैमिली के साथ टाइम स्पेंड कीजिए, दोस्तों के साथ रहिए, जो आपसे बात करना चाहते हैं हमसे बात कीजिए। बस यही इसका उपाय है। बस मैं इतना ही बताना चाहता हूँ और धन्यवाद।